OneyPlays! With friends.
Zeebies, Dragon Ball Zeebies. Is that Father Brain?
It said Mother Brain, you dimwit.
No. But what about Father Brain?
What did make Mother Brain?
Yeah. Who did Mother Brain have little Metroid babies with?
Also, this game came out in 2004. Can you believe that?
Wow, yeah. That was the year I graduated high school.
Wait, really?
Uh-huh.
Old man.
It is time, Samus.
So many choices. Which one do I pick?
I don't know. This is gonna stick with you for the rest of your days, though, so don't take this choice lightly.
Yeah, on your deathbed, as your life is flashing before your eyes, these choices are gonna be the ones that that show up.
Look at that cartoony-ass shit.
How come it looks like my face?
Because it had to look really distinct on a tiny screen.
Here, editor, put a girl filter on this.
Planet Zabas. I called this place home once.
Okay, doesn't sound good. Never mind. In peaceful times, long before evil haunted by the caverns below, now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here. My so-called...
My so-called zero mission.
No one calls it that except
My
you.
so-called zero mission. My
Yeah,
so-called...
you're the one that just titled it that, Samus.
my so-called 2 Samus's Revenge.
Wow, way to ruin the ending to the game within the first second, you shitty fucking game developers.
How does that ruin the game by saying the
Because
title?
her being a woman was a big surprise for all the children back in the day, and now they just ruin it from the get-go.
But I don't think they were gonna ever
Shut up!
Tomar, you know
when did they
halfway-
ever say that Samus was a lady, or did
Because
they show her
halfway
face?
through
Takes
the
her fucking pussy out at the end of Ultimate Zero Mission, which was the first game.
Yeah.
It's definitely not called Ultimate Zero.
And halfway through the game, there's that clever misdirect scene where her suit extends like a little thing so that
Yeah,
she
she
can...
takes her shit, her
she
prolapse
pees standing up.
extends.
Yeah, her prolapse extends.
God, I'm pissed off now that I've seen that the game's ruined. Let's go in here. But yeah, Lyle, you thought that was a big important moment too, right? Like when you first played the original Metroid back in 1970, you saw that it was a pixelated woman. What went through your brain?
My brain said, horny me, horny me do, and then I immediately went and I said naked Samus on the
Yahoo,
1942
on the Yahoo.com.
internet, yeah, on the dogpile.com or Ask Jeeves or whatever the hell they had back
The
then.
Dogpile, I think, was
remember
one of the
Dogpile.
first search engine aggregators.
And it took 43 minutes, and it pulled up a picture of a whole nipple, and I said, "This is the future."
My wank tank is complete. Also, that does look like the Fraps frames per second.
It really does.
Yeah. Maybe Fraps stole it from Metroid Fusion.
Yeah, we're making ourselves seem so old with all of this,
You're just
honestly.
mentioning Fraps.
Mentioning Fraps, mentioning being
No one
shocked
uses
that
anything other than OBS now.
Samus is a woman. I legitimately thought it was Samus, too, for the longest time.
Samus.
Ah, the great Samus has visited us.
I just never, you know, it's one of those things that you read and you never hear said out loud, so I just assumed it was Samus.
I'm sure I had some words like that.
Same way
that
I
I've
thought,
conveniently forgotten.
Same way I thought it was Hermione.
A lot of kids thought that.
Hermione, yeah. No, I think I would have read that as Hermione too. If I had actually bothered reading the book before seeing the movie.
I don't think that's any kid's fault. That's stupid British people making up silly words.
Yeah.
Yeah, their names really are just made up.
Just them and them alone.
They have names like Rutger, Rudiger,
Billington.
yeah,
Churchill. Idiots.
Hitler.
A lot of them.
Flambastrio,
Flanders.
Gobblesnatch.
Cobblepot.
Yeah, Cobblepot's a real one, isn't it?
It seems real. Cobblepot. Look what I found, a big testicle.
I mean, it just makes me
No!
think of Batman.
Long beam.
Ooh.
You shine it on your testicle to kill the sperm.
Makes all your sperm longer.
Check this out. I don't know what you think the long beam does, but it does that.
Oh.
How's that different from your other beam?
Well, it used to just kind of just fizzle out halfway through at the screen.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so this one...
So now it's considered long because it makes it all the way across your 100 pixel wide screen.
Yeah, you can do that, see?
It's weird that that's an upgrade. They give it to you so early, too, that it might as well not have been.
That's not very nice.
Unless
to
you
say.
just knew where to go and you
They
can
just want
find
to
that way
introduce you
late.
to the idea of upgrades at this point.
Okay, that's fair. You don't have to put me on blast like that, dude.
Learn basic game design law.
Kind of learn some game design mechanics, perhaps.
Maybe when you're gonna make the sanity not included video game, then you'll know what the fuck you're talking about.
That was a thing at one point.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, it was. We were trying to make something that was kind of similar to Punch Out or something,
Scrunch out.
but I don't think anybody involved in actually putting it together knew what they were doing.
That's fair.
I've
That's
always
a lot
wondered
of
about
games.
making a Punch-Out game. It really does feel like it would have like a lot less complicated programming, but a lot of pressure would be on the sort of on the animators and just the fine-tuning of like making it feel good.
Yeah, we had kind of like a punch. It was like kind of horizontal instead of like dead on. The idea was you would like crouch and jump instead of like weave left and right.
So
But,
it's still more of like a side
Kind of,
like
but
a
it was built around like your character doesn't really move. You just kind of like dodge in various ways. But it was so like mismanaged. I don't think there was ever really a developer involved. It was just Machinima kind of blindly saying like we're gonna do this.
That's what every YouTube network was. It was just a bunch of people who didn't know anything.
and who made a bunch of promises that they knew they could never keep.
Yeah, it rocked, honestly.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss being promised things that I'd never get.
Me too.
At least I had the promises. That's something, right?
Ooh, this room runs like shit.
That's the challenge setting in.
Hey, emulator coders, get your shit together. Because how else am I supposed to steal games? I mean,
Emulator coders, maybe call my dad on the phone and tell him that he was wrong about me.
just so you know, I bought this fucking game when I was like 12, so eat shit. I own it.
Yeah, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act here protects Chris and his right to own a legal backup copy.
And a firearm to shoot people who try to steal me to jail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of your inalienable rights.
I know that those words came out in the wrong order, but I liked the way it sounded.
Steal me to jail. That's like a kid's book. That's how you describe shit in a kid's book, and it makes the kids go, "That is whimsical. I
Does
want
the
to be
missile
stolen
tank
to
actually
jail."
give you missiles? Oh, okay, you can fire missiles.
What do you
That's-
think, Dungy?
That's my favorite children's book. Does the missile tank actually give
I'm
you
just
missiles?
saying, in a lot of games, you actually have to collect a missile launcher to get missiles.
Your mom's
It's not
a
enough to
missile
just
launcher.
have them.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
Your mom's a nipple flaunter. Kill that thing. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's running so badly.
Definitely shoot missiles in its
Well, that'll
eyes.
show
Ah!
it for looking at you.
I am Samus. Uh-oh.
Oh no. I do like that effect where the missile just goes if you hit the wrong thing.
Just deflates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty impressive that the music's keeping up while the game's not. You son of a fucking bitch! Now I'm screwed.
Do you
know,
have no
that-
missiles?
I don't think you need missiles to defeat him.
I can beat him later.
Oh, it just leaves
it
you
just-
alone.
Oh, it just detects that it's unwinnable for you and just leaves.
Yeah, I should have beat him there. That's easy.
That thing, does it have guilt? Is that why it left you on your lonesome?
Well, I shot it twice.
It
and
has
was like,
pity.
If I get shot
It
again,
actually has. It can feel like about 4 times more emotions than Samus Aran can. Sorry, Samus.
There's crazy shit like that, like whales, where they're like, they are scared.
I remember. Don't like. Isn't like the part of their brain that feels emotions on like elephants and whales like way bigger than ours.
Yeah,
or
they're
something?
screamigdala.
They're screaming.
We use to scream, but they use for so much more.
This room's purple and junk.
Yeah, that does tend to happen in places like this.
Doesn't that make it more immersive of like an alien planet?
Than the purple?
Yeah.
I think the idea was to just pick a color that contrasted really hard with Samus's armor.
No, it's because on alien planets everything's purple.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. Earth, green, blue. Aliens, purple. Get it?
That is a color you don't see a lot in nature, except in this example and in this one.
And this one, and this one, and this one, and this one.
Except for like purple flowers and like
And purple people.
And the California
and
raisins.
purple birds.
They are purple.
And purple grapes.
They're purple and they're real sons of bitches.
Oh god, these little things are kicking my ass. To be fair, the camera's not really helping me there. Come on, Lyle, make your joke.
Fine. It's almost like Christopher Nolan's directing.
What?
Yeah, because you said the camera's not helping.
I was talking about the nutsack, but okay.
Oh, that joke. Yeah. Oh, that looks like my scrot.
Okay, thank you. 39. Oh, fuck you, little bats. Fuck you. Give me that.
They're gonna kill you.
No.
They're gonna kill you.
No.
See?
Too bad none of them dropped health.
Did you see Christopher Nolan is just being a real one lately?
What's he doing?
Oh yeah.
He's like fucking like really angry that people aren't going to movie theaters.
How dare
He's angry about
He's
that.
pissed off and he's real mad at the
Is he taking it personally?
Yes, he's real mad at the HBO Max thing. He said something like, imagine going to bed thinking your movie is going to be shown on a cinema screen and finding out you're on a streaming service. Or
Yeah, that just sounds like the end of the fucking world. That sounds like a problem that just anybody could relate to.
He added some fucking colorful language in there too, but I forget what he fucking said. But yeah, it was like, I don't know, Christopher Nolan's movies I specifically fucking avoid in the theater because he's like, how about I rip your goddamn ears off?
Oopsie. Christopher Nolan said that?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan said, you, Chris, are a prick.
I'd say Memento sucks and it's bad.
You think Memento sucks? That's
No.
like the only Christopher Nolan movie I
on.
actually like.
No, I'm kidding. I don't even know anything about it, really. I would just say that because that is the one everyone likes.
So you think that would get to
So
him?
that's you admitting you're just being contrarian.
So you just
Finally.
want
No,
to
I-
attack the man at his foundation. I can respect that.
I feel like he'd be like, what the fuck? Why did he say that? Why?
It put me on the map.
Yeah, give me my charge beam already,
Oh
damn it.
yes! Oh yes!
Would be
This
the
game
charge.
really like throws stuff at you fast. I like that.
Well, yeah, how else are you gonna keep the player engaged? Jeez. Tomar. Why don't you spit on Nintendo's corpse some more?
I'm not.
Nintendo have been dicks lately, have you seen that?
Have the
What have they been up to?
They've been just like taking down like different countries and shit.
Yeah.
Taking down different countries.
They bombed Siberia.
They took Siberia, Poland, and now they're going to invade Ireland next, which is kind of a bummer for me.
To be
That
fair,
is really
though,
rude of them. I never even knew about that.
To be
know.
fair though, Ocarina of Time was a masterpiece. So
That no one can deny.
Yeah, but
Not even a fucking idiot.
but it's not 1998 anymore, so maybe they should try something new, huh?
well, maybe it should be 1998 again.
When
Have you ever thought about that?
Did that come out in 98?
I think you either nailed it or you got it completely wrong.
You know what is 1998? 1998.
Yeah. There's
Thanks.
only one, baby. You can't emulate that.
You sounded so mad there. You went,
Genuine
"Thanks."
disappointment.
Yeah. I mean, Tomer, I don't know what you expected there. I wasn't gonna lie about it or something.
You're a real observer, you know that? You son of a bitch.
I know all the secrets of this game. Like, as for that guy drops a purple. This guy here drops nothing. And this guy here, well, he drops purple.
That's amazing how you keep doing that.
yeah, November 1998 was the U.S. release. I was
Aw.
right.
I love you, Ocarina of Time. I love you so much. God, I love running around Hyrule Field.
Do you guys remember... did you guys ever buy, like, used Nintendo 64 games?
Yeah.
I didn't have a Nintendo 64.
Oh.
I did.
Well, yeah, Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo and all those, they stored the data on the cartridge.
Yeah, no, you
So-
sometimes you'd get some random person's save data, either at Blockbuster or just like, yeah, getting used stuff.
I remember when I played Ocarina of Time, I had this crazy, like, the guy did everything. So I got this weird, crazy preview of what the end of the game was going to be like. So I saw, like, Link was an adult, and he was wearing a red tunic, and he had a big sword, and I was like,
He ruined the whole game
what
for
the
you.
fuck? In a way, it made it cool, though, because I was like this little bitch with a knife, and I was like, when do I become the cool guy with the big sword?
Did I ever tell you the story about when I first saw Link to the Past?
No.
It was like the first house we ever got in Atlanta, and it belonged to this Japanese family. And their son, I just remember, like, my parents were looking around and, like, they were like, this would be your room, and I like walked inside, and like their son was just sitting there, and he was playing like, he had like like the Japanese Super Famicom, which I looked at and instantly was like, why does that look so much cooler than the American one? But then also, like, he was playing that game, and it was still like a year from release in the US, and I was just like, this is what Zelda looks like in Japan? And like when I played the game like years later, I'm like, this is the same fucking game. And I don't know.
So you were like chasing the dragon. It's not really that
interesting a story, but it was an exciting moment for me to just like happen to get this glimpse into like a pre-release title entirely by accident because of a house I moved into.
That is cool.
Japanese to US releases used to be way off. Like, it used to be, came out in Japan and then came out in the US like 2 years later.
Yep.
When I was a teenager, I played all the Zeldas, like Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, and then A Link to the Past came out on Game Boy Advance. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is a new Zelda game. I thought it was brand new. And when I played it, I couldn't get over how much I hated the sound of the instruments and the music. It was like, this sounds like fucking ass. Why does this sound so gross? Well, for one, the Game Boy Advance has a really bad sound chip, so it wasn't helping, but I remember the French horn sound effect pissed me off so bad.
I know exactly what you're talking
it's so
about.
ugly to listen to.
It's very... I don't know how to describe it other than it makes you feel like you have a fever or something.
I really don't like it for some reason. It just sounds so ugly.
You're talking about like the...
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. It's just, there's something about it.
It is, I kind of am in agreement, even though there are some good tracks in that game.
Oh no,
musically.
all the music is beautiful, but it's just that one sample. It's when I hear it, it's like, why couldn't you be any other sample in the entire world?
Do you mind the SNES version of it?
It's the same one, really, except that the Game Boy Advance one is more, it has more of that like hiss in it, because it's a Game Boy Advance.
Just because it's a shitty tiny speaker?
Well, the Game Boy Advance just has weird hisses over every sample.
Even in the emulator, do you sort of still detect?
Can you not hear it? Listen.
I guess you're right.
You can hear that buzz.
There's definitely like a tooth on everything.
Yeah, toothy, bright, warm, muddy, creamy, stinky.
Come on, you know that made sense when I said it.
Yes, Toba.
A tooth as in like the wave, like the sine curve or whatever the fuck.
Yes, it's a fluffy, fuzzy.
It would literally look like it had little fucking like saw teeth on it.
Red and meanie mac and cheesy.
Mac and cheesy.
I know the least about sound in the entire room. I'll just shut up.
I'm not. You know what? I use those words because I'm a bit. Oh, see this room?
Yeah. You knew.
I knew.
He knew.
You old.
Wow.
Now, how am I supposed to get in here?
It's like you'd need some kind of cool grappling beam.
Shit.
You know what game the Japanese version actually like is totally different of and kind of rocks?
What?
You ever played Donkey Konga?
I love that game.
Yeah, I like Donkey Konga.
Donkey Konga was an interesting concept for a rhythm game, but the songs that they picked for it, I think that they literally just went, what's the cheapest thing that was on the radio that we could license? So you're playing like Rock Lobster and stuff like that.
That's a great song. What are you talking about?
I had a friend from Japan, and the Japanese version of that game has like this crazy soundtrack of these real sick like Japanese like metal songs and shit like that. And yeah, it's very different. I mean, obviously something like that you don't
a rhythm
translate
game.
over,
The
but
soundtrack really does make or break the game usually.
Well, you know what? I feel like DDR has a lot of weird Japanese music on it, and they just were like, screw it.
I thought most of it was like European music.
Oh, is it? I mean, I could be wrong.
It's a lot of like Eurobeat shit, like Captain Jack and
That's a good song.
and like Stan Bush. I don't know what's Stan Bush like was the guy that did, like I don't know if he made music for Japan, because like all the Initial D stuff I think is by him, unless I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
He called me a twat.
Maybe that's not Stan Bush. Maybe Stan Bush is the guy who did the Transformers 1989 soundtrack.
That is him.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of the wrong guy, not Stan Bush.
He did.
Something Rogers or
Mr.
No,
Fred?
the guy who did all the Initial D songs that are super memorable.
Stinky Rogers.
I'm gonna look it up.
I have no idea.
Ugly Rogers.
You're talking about like running in the 90s and shit, right?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Nasty Rogers.
Like Space Boy and like Dave Rogers. That's who I was trying to think
I
of.
sit there.
Not Stan Bush.
You got the touch.
Yeah, he was Italian. Yeah, he was Italian. So that is like Euro beats.
Save, please. I really want to figure out why it's slowing down. It's pissing me off, honestly.
What if you loaded up your Eurobeat playlist and then Spotify said Eurobeat, more like Eurobeast?
Samus would say,
She would jiggle her back leg.
And her back fat.
yeah, her leg goes back.
But yeah, but her torso and front legs stay completely stationary.
So like Miyamoto goes up to the guy doing the sprite. So when she aims up, I want you to make her get into a cool pose and like look up and then be all dramatic. And then the guy just like selects her back leg and moves it back a pixel. Then he gets fired and he gets sent a fucking sword to kill himself.
He gets sent to a work camp.
Yeah.
One of those famous Nintendo work camps.
Why would they put purple bugs in space?
Maybe they didn't put him there. Maybe that's just where they were born.
What happened to your whole purple thesis? Did that just go out the window?
Yeah, I thought we had this discussion.
Well, I mean, they're bugs, not aliens, stupid.
Alien bugs?
No, they're just simple, regular Pokemon.
No.
I got a missile tank. Ain't you proud?
I sure am, son.
Thanks, Dad. Oh my god! What am I supposed
Can you blow that up while you're in the lava?
Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Oh no!
Well, you can.
This is a horrible idea.
I don't think you're equipped for this
Oh,
area
Why
at
would
all.
you do that, Chris?
Oh, you told me to, and now I'm stupid, and now
You
we
didn't
gotta
have
go
to
back.
listen to me.
Now we gotta go back. Now we gotta go back.
See, you lived.